Hey, Steve. Okay, so I've got your watch open here. I'm going to do some evaluations today, and this is your 6105, and you bought this at the PX in the late 1960s. So this is your original baby. Well, let's look at the numbers. They tell us that the watch is running, which is a good thing. Come on. And but it's not running great, but it's not a huge deal. It's definitely a runner. It's got some physical problems, the watch, that I can see that they're fairly straightforward and not unusual issues. It's out of adjustment, the amplitude is low, and it's kind of a mess. A really good condition serviced watch will pretty much be a flat single line, white line, not all these dots and dropping all this time and stuff like that. We can see that the watch is running weekly and that it needs service, and none of this stuff is surprising. None of this stuff is surprising. Hang on. I very much like your case back inscription, which, in case people can't read it, it says, if you're reading this and you stole my watch, you're in deep shit. That's awesome. Okay, so here is your watch. The metal doesn't look bad. It's pretty bright. The watch absolutely did not want to open. Your caseback seal is just flat. That's supposed to be an O-ring seal. It is chugging along. Oh, you got a B movement in this thing, really? Oh yeah, cool, because it's 69. The big thing that I see right now, this is the first main thing, is this circle, this line of brassing, that's on the edge of the mainspring barrel. So you have to imagine that this round thing goes underneath here all the way. See this line of brassing? That's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be silver all the way to the edge. This mainspring and the mainspring barrel rotates on an axle that is called the mainspring arbor. The arbor is underneath this screw head, and so the arbor is made of stainless steel. The upper end of that arbor sits in a steel bushing, which is pretty prone to wearing, but not that bad. But the bottom end of it sits in a hole in the main plate, just a hole, unprotected. So it's and the main plate is made of brass. And so you have a stainless steel arbor turning in a plate of brass. And so what happens is, as this is wound by the watch, it grinds its way sideways, and that round hole turns into an oval. And then what happens is the mainspring barrel can tip over, and then it'll start doing this, which is touching the underside of the train bridge and grinding away the edge on the bottom of the train bridge. So, I mean, we go here. I mean, you can see all the crazy shift we've got going on there. If you look at this screw head, that's the arbor moving. So we got a lot of slop in there. So what I'm going to need to do for this is machine out that lower mainspring arbor port, put in a jewel, and then probably put a jewel in the top as well. So this will go from being 17 joules to 19 joules. But the nice thing is that it's a permanent fix. Let me just check something. So this has a B-marked bridge, doesn't it? Oh, no. Spencer, you're being silly. It's an A-marked bridge, but you have a 6105, 8110 replacement crown right here. This is for the next generation watch, because your crown originally looked like this. So you can see that's a 6105 8110 crown. That's a 6105 8000 crown. So it's a matter of, do you like this one, or do you want to swap it for an original correct for this watch? Whatever you choose is fine. It's just an option for you. There's one of mine. Isn't that neat? Let's see. So let's go back. So we look inside the case back, and we can see this stamp for the old Seiko Service Center Hawaii. And that's what that is. Pretty cool. I don't see that too often. I see Los Angeles a lot. I see New York a lot. Okay, so here's your watch. You got a really nice dial. I mean, it's got a few marks on it, but nothing major. Your handset's kind of roached, and you're definitely, oh. Your handset's not only roached, it's incorrect. Yeah, when this went through the service center, they didn't put the correct hands on here. That's a 6139 handset, and it's got the short sweep, which is neither here nor there, but that's what it is. This is what your watch is from 1969, May 69. This watch is from November 1970, but it's original, it's untouched. So you can see it's supposed to have hands like that with a long sweep. And the sweep isn't that important, but you said you wanted this to look better. I can't make it look new, but we can certainly improve it. We can clean it up a lot. And if your watch had the correct hour and minute hand, it would be much improved. Much improved. Because this is a lot more like what your watch looked like when it was new. And I can certainly shoot for that. Other than that, it's a nice watch. Man, I love seeing a one-owner watch like this. I love seeing a one-owner watch like that. It's so cool. Yeah, and you got your name on it too. Well, that's pretty much about it. It's going to take movement service, case rebuild with all new seals. We need to decide about if you want me to rebuild this crown or if you want to swap it out for an original style crown, genuine Seiko made. We have to talk about the handset. Decide what you want to do there. Insert me. It's up to you how much you want to leave this original. I always advise sticking original if at all possible. All that stuff works. But it's up to you. Then, of course, the crystal, case rebuild, crown rebuild, and all that other. You got your blood type on there, too. What a wonderful memento. It's great that you still have this watch. Clean it up, man. All right, well, you let me know if you want to go ahead. I'll give you prices for that stuff, and then we can talk from there. Thanks, Steve.